Well, I'm going to try this again since somebody screwed with my computer and didn't tell me. Everybody's having a fit around here and using my internet too, so that doesn't help. So we'll try it on my phone for a few minutes and see if this still takes off. Everything's kind of ticking me off right now, so the choice words are going to start flying if people don't cooperate and machines don't cooperate. As my computer decided it was going to download 140 some updates in the last day that I left it on, so now it's being difficult again too. So everything else is moving all right. Painting the roses welcome. I'm trying to do this on my phone, so bear with me a little bit. We'll do it till the list decides to go dead on me, probably. Oh, been a little bit of a crazy time around here. I'll try this computer again in a few minutes. Maybe it'll decide it's gonna live or die. Yep. YouTube decided to lock me up on my computer and give me a bunch of fits, so I can override it through my phone easier. I know how to use the phone 10 times over, so. Somebody decided to use my computer and not tell me and left it on, so. Yeah, TriStar, I know that. I hear you complain about it. Yeah, wife's trying to make supper, so she's probably screaming at kids too to get everybody inside. Kids don't want to stay inside because it's just nice enough to be outside. Uh, uh. Yeah, none of my usual farmer friends probably decided they're all too busy to chime in this time. So we'll see how things go. Just got to keep working at it till I figure it all out. What's up here? Same old, same old. Sitting here looking out the window wishing the weather was nice to do things. No, I'm not flooding. I mean, we have flood, but I'm on hills. But my hearts go out to all those people in Nebraska. That's a pretty sad deal. That Missouri River's really going crazy right now. So people in Missouri too, it's just coming their way now. I just read a lot of news reports from Kansas City that their flood's starting to go down in Kansas City, which means everybody across the state of Missouri is going to start getting a rise. Yeah, Sap Brothers. There's a Sap Brothers about 60, 70 miles from me, actually. It's the only one in the state of Illinois, actually. Yeah, parts of Iowa are underwater too, but they don't really talk about it as much. It all seems to go to Nebraska. So, I mean, you keep an eye on Cedar Rapids, Iowa. That Coralville Lake is the one that's going to go crazy on them. Yeah, Sap Brothers, to me, TriStar is still further west. I got to drive a good 100 miles west in Iowa to get bounce from Sap Brothers to Sap Brothers to Sap Brothers. Everything around here is Loves. It's all Loves country. Loves are petrol. And they've talked about building a new one down by me, but that hasn't happened because Walmart has a distribution center there, and they don't want to be a parking place for Walmart, obviously. So I wouldn't want to do that either if I was a truck stop guy. So. ATJH, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate the support. Really, Loves isn't your favorite? Yeah, Pilot's alright too. Loves actually has good coffee. Loves is taking over the country here, so they're building a lot of smaller ones in mom and pop towns and whatnot. So. So sounds like construction going on in my house right now. Up there beating a piece of meat into submission. Well, thanks. Procrastinating on tax papers. Yep, if you were a farmer, you would have to have that done by the 1st of March. See, then there's no problems. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm in a rocking chair. It's the only way it eases my nerves sometimes. Especially when I'm a little ticked off when things don't go right. Rocking soothes that blood pressure a little bit. Oh, yeah. Age of the computer, it should be easy to do taxes, I would think. $500 program to do it, though. I'd pay somebody to do it before that. Uncle Sam mad. You mean Uncle Trump? That's what I call him, anyways. It should be easy for a trucker. They do everything on a quarterly basis. At least I would. You had to for fuel tax. But if you got someone that he drives for, they handle all that for you. At least that's what I know, anyways. So we had to report it quarterly. Yeah, I'll be here as long as the phone holds its charge, so my computer's still acting up. Your taxes is, because if the IRS decides they want to show up and audit you, it's their problem that they have to sit down and take the time to do it because you pay for that protection. Yeah, I can see that. I get that way too. I procrastinate, but I get to the point I make my appointment to do next year's taxes before I leave this time. So a month before, I get a nice little text message from him saying, you're due to have your appointment on such and such a day. Confirm it. And I say, sure, let's do it. Then it gives me 2 weeks to scramble around and get all my crap ready. But I keep everything on a ledger and run a ledger, so that helps. Oh, forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting down in my basement. Not much in here to see, but a bunch of garbage right now. So, but I thank everybody for chiming in for a few and giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. So, anybody else has ever got any questions, just feel free to shoot it to me and comment, rate, and subscribe too, because I appreciate knowing some things. I'm still learning as I go on this deal, so we'll see how things go in the future. I think we had too many people using the internet tonight. And the computer decides it's got to update, so we'll let it update, and then maybe by the next time I'm ready to use it, it'll be ready. Welcome, Pewview Farms. What do you want to know about the new Kubota deal? I can tell you about that. The new Kubota deal is they are going to do a deal with Versatile Tractors. Versatile has a new mid-size tractors from 170 horse to 250 horse is what the Versatile tractor is, and Kubota is going to use that same tractor that Versatile is using. So it'll be interesting to see if Kubota uses the Cummins engine in it like Versatile's using, or so that's all I know right now is to look to see 250 horsepower tractor. So that's what I know about that. So it looks, they're pretty much the same tractors too. So it's the Versatile Nemesis. That's what it is. So we should see those tractors about halfway down in the summer. So July, August, we should be able to see those. Yeah, the debut is going to be later, around like the Farm Progress shows probably is when they're going to start showing it to everybody, but they're going to sneak a few around the country before that, probably in July, I'm thinking. So yeah, it'll be a Kubota with a Cummins in it probably. and they're going to use the versatile tractors. Essentially, it's just going to be a different color probably. And they haven't given us a for sure on how big they will go using versatile. So maybe they ought to just buy the Russians out because it's Russians that owns the versatile. So yeah, I'm thinking they're going to expand that too because of the Land Pride stuff. Well, it's not Land Pride. It's the other one. It's Land Pride that they bought out. See, they bought Land Pride out, and see, they make all those big tillage tools too. Those green tillage tools too. See, and they had told that a couple of years ago that they didn't have a big enough tractor to pull their tillage tools on all that stuff that when they bought out Land Pride with Great Plains. Great Plains, yeah, it was Great Plains stuff. All the Great Plains stuff is what they want a bigger tractor to pull, so they're going to have to be over 350, 400 horse in the end probably. But Kubota announced they want everybody to be on the small farm side. If you want to pull your 6, 8, or 12 row corn planter was what they were naming in that little deal they told us last week. So 8 and 12 row corn planters, that's small farmers. So if they're just going to run with small farmers, it'll be 250 or 300 horse is probably all the bigger they'll go with it, because their big tillage stuff goes up to 600 horsepower tractors for big four-wheel tractors. This is what I'm thinking, you know. And I would see Kubota to eventually buy out the whole versatile name anyways. Because you go back and look at your history on Kubota. Normally they do an alliance with somebody and then give them 3-4 years, they're going to buy them out because they got tons of cash. And the versatile guys are all going to refute this deal probably. I know the one that's a big YouTuber, I have yet to get an answer out of Mike Less on it. Yeah, we can get a few thumbs up, we will. Oh, I tell you, always something. Oh, shoot. So, anybody else got any other comments or questions? Fire them out there. I gotta slow down and quit this rocking thing. My cat's down here with me, so. Because otherwise, this is what I'm looking at. That's my computer. So, that's what I gotta deal with right now. Otherwise, the conditions, it's my weather. So, yeah, my wife's on her wit's end today. I should have told her to keep it down a little bit. I apologize for that in advance. So, but we're all living the life as usual. So, the 2-year-old's getting into stuff too. That doesn't help. I tried to get him down here with Daddy, but he don't want to come down here with Daddy because he's afraid his big sister's gonna go outside. Yeah, it's my man cave for now until I can afford to finish it and keep spending money on everything else. But yeah, I'll do a video sometime and give a quick rundown on all the Kubota updates I'm getting. From what it sounds like to Kubota skid steer, the new small track loader comes out next month. I should have one to sit in and drive, hopefully. I may buy one. That's actually my man cave, is when I sit in a skid steer or farm tractor. Oh. Yeah, that's real nice. All righty. Yeah, she's gonna hear it from me too if she doesn't quit it. Yep. I told you there's always entertainment, regardless if it's me or not. Always something. Heritage Farm, Texas. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Yeah. As long as the colorful metaphors don't start flying is my concern. He can come down here, just let him. No, food is on the table. Well, now he decides. Yeah. Well, she waits till this time of day to do it, so. And I'll tell her to come back and watch this video, and then she won't do it next time, so. No. Oh, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Does anybody else got anything on their minds? Yeah, well, 3 kids. It's been always Wednesdays and Thursdays is always a crunch time of the week too, so that's why we go through this sometimes. And plus, yeah, I'm not gonna mute it because everybody's gonna see it already. Well, Scott Small Farming, 2 or 3 weeks I'll be ready to go with everything. Oil changes and whatnot. Nothing too rough. Well, Pewview, no tillage work up here yet. If I drove out in the field, I'd bury everything right now. We'd be 10 days from tentatively being able to drive on anything without burying it up to the axle. Oh, 2-year-old's having a fit. My part of the country would be Illinois, sir. Northern Illinois. Yeah, so, but anyways. 2-year-olds testing everybody's patience as usual. So, I apologize for all that. Well, Heritage Farms, yeah, you would have been about 3 hours from me is the way the crow flies. I'm south of Milwaukee a ways, west of Chicago, west of Milwaukee essentially. My other cat's down here now. Well, Land of Cheese, nope. I'm 60 miles south of the Land of Cheese essentially. 60 miles from Wisconsin, sir. Oh, yeah, I figure up to be, yeah, like 60 miles, hour and 10 minutes drive out of Wisconsin. So, yeah, Pewview, it's all a row crop deal. Corn, essentially. Yeah, well, we get enough winter here too in Illinois. But yeah, the row crop thing is pretty standard here. We're in corn country, if anybody would know what I mean by that, so. Live in corn country. Make ethanol and feed chicken, feed beef. That's the whole gist. Anybody else, make sure they give a thumbs up if they're here. There we go. Yeah. Corn makes whiskey, we all know that. Yeah, but that's actually my little Wisdom Wednesday fact should be, does anyone know what the biggest hog of corn is? I will repeat that question again. Does anyone know what the biggest hog of corn is? Because the answer lies within the question. Pigs are the largest consumers of corn. Yes, sir. It is the hog. The hog. What is the largest hog of corn? Yes, the hogs. They eat more corn than any other animal. So that would be your Wisdom Wednesday fact. Is the pig, or the hog as it's known, is the largest consumer of corn. But there isn't that many hog farms near me. It's mostly corn. We just raise the corn. Dairy farming business, beef business. There's, within 40 miles of me, there's 2 hog farms and 2 beef farms. That's it. And they raise all of it. Yep. Gotta have our protein. Country style bacon. Yeah, the White House, George Washington White Horse. Pewview, yes, we do store 90 to 80 to 70 to 80, 75, 80% of the crop I raise is essentially stored. Welcome, Nettie. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Nettie. Same to you, sir. Welcome to the live chat. Brown. But yeah, to answer Pewview's other questions, yeah, it's all stored. Grain bin storage. And what doesn't go in a grain bin would be flat storage, but I don't use a building necessarily, so. Sometime I'll get a live shot of the inside of one of them when we're emptying it out, so everybody understands it's just a big beer can. Oh, this is good stuff. It looks like my computer decided to fix itself finally. 40 minutes later. Anybody else got any questions or comments? Feel free to shoot them. I enjoy good questions. It's always what I'm about, so. Play with my computer while I'm sitting here using my phone. Yeah, everybody give me a thumbs. Give me a thumbs. It shows me I don't have any viewers, but this thing doesn't update like it should, so. Burn up some of my data here. Jackknife. Hello there. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I figured I had that many. I can count for the most part. So, we'll burn up some phone time. Cool. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Scott Small Farm. Yeah, I think you got that point. I'll give you that. Looks like the sun's finally going down. Pretty nice day, actually. So, yeah, that's much the deal, too. I think about it, I'd go out so I can give everybody an outdoor shot for a few and see what they think. If I can get out my door. Oh, there's my cat. Yeah, everybody's favorite YouTube cat. Psst, what are you doing? Get You gonna say hi, or you gonna? You don't want to be petted, do you? You gonna play your game, don't you? You wanna? I'll let you out. There you go. Get out. Come on. Come on. Head out the door, huh? What are you doing? You eating?
Yeah.
Okay, you eat. Yeah, here's basically my view. I gotta clean up my yard. Look to the west, you can see the storm clouds rolling in. That way's looking east. That's looking east. That's looking south. Yeah, we're very vast here. It's farmland as far as you can see normally. Very few trees. Fence lines and all that are gone. It's pretty vast out here. So that's actually the farm and stuff is next door. But yeah, it's pretty muddy here yet. I can walk out here a little further. Yeah, as you can see my ruts from the other day when I was driving around out here. There was snow this week. Last time there was still snow here, so welcome, Ellington Express. It's actually not that dry here. We're very wet, actually. Very wet. Yeah. So let's look to the west. You can see the rain clouds are coming. We got a chance of rain tomorrow, so getting a little wind blow too. Wind's picking up. Look at my weather thing turning there. My cat, he follows me everywhere I go. You gonna bug me now? You gonna play with your toys that are out here? Yeah. My kid's got all his toys out here now. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. Everything to the blue silos there. You can see the radio tower in the house over there. That's pretty much it. That's everybody's favorite thing to drive here, the Kubota RTV. How big is my farm? Well, this spread here is about what we have right here. What I live on is 600 acres total. That isn't including the other farms we have. 2,000 acres total. Just what you see here is what we have. And see them clouds. See the sun's over that way. Yep. So we got 600 acres we can drive on. That essentially figures out to about a mile and a half from my house to the other end, and it's a mile across either way. It's all mine. I have the biggest backyard anybody could ask for. This would all be corn. It'd be corn as far as the eye can see. When the corn gets to be about 12 foot tall, it makes a nice privacy fence and you can't see much. Well, the corn belt's what feeds everything, so I enjoyed growing corn. It's one of the better crops to grow to have. I've grown a lot of corn. I think the average farmer at last estimate was responsible for feeding 250 people, so figure I got 180 subscribers. I feed every one of you, essentially. Temperature's starting to drop out here, though. See, over there's a subdivision. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, that's... oh, shoot. Well, Ellington Express, a lot of my corn probably isn't, I can't say for sure how much of my corn would actually go to export, essentially. Maybe a third of what I grow goes to export. I mean, otherwise most of it's utilized within the country to feed animals and produce fuel. So, hope you understand that. And because of trade concerns, our crop isn't traveling out of the country as much, so most everything I ship goes by truck, rail, or boat. So truck essentially to get it everywhere, rail to get it the rest of the way normally as the crow flies. Well, Pewview, yeah, I can say the last 7 years on record of phenomenal yields. Record the last 3 or 4 for sure. So that's always a good thing. Raise a pile of it. If it's not worth as much, it's better to have a big pile and sell it at a cheap price than to have a small pile at a cheap price. So I will grow a few soybeans, but not many. The whole soybean thing is a little harder to do. Yeah, definitely. Oh. Well, Scott Small Farm, no wheat. Wheat is very rare here. Essentially, when we dairy farmed, yeah, we grew wheat. Well, little bit of wheat for straw. Not a large amount of wheat is grown. They have to go quite a ways to get any wheat in this part of the country. We grow corn, we grow corn. We grow beans, we grow beans. I mean, oats was a thing for a long time around here. Oats, alfalfa. What essentially is all corn, or soybeans, what is all corn, I could draw you a map of this and show you we had 10 or 15 different small fields in this farm at one time. And in the last 25 years, all the fences have been taken out and we farm it all as one field versus the 10 or 11 it was essentially. Well, Ellington, to answer that question, we were a dairy farm up until about 13, 14 years ago, and we sold out the dairy herd because the business aspect of it for us, we were still a small dairy farm in that aspect with like a 50 cow herd. When you could drive an hour north of me into Wisconsin, and all the dairy farms that are up there now are over 1,000, 2,000, 1,200 head of dairy cows, and they milk around the clock. And they can fill a truck right on the spot at one place, versus we had in my county essentially at one time, there was probably 8 to 10 of us that were dairy farmers, and it took all 8 to 10 of us to fill that same truck that one farm could fill 3 times a day. So from the business side of it, we sold all of our herd to a larger outfit. And one guy came in and appraised it all, and the appraiser set the price, and the guy agreed to it, and he said, I'll take the whole herd for that. So essentially they showed up with a couple of trucks, loaded everything up, and that was the end of our dairy business as we know it. Because the dairy milk prices over here goes by the 100-pound weight, so it was probably $11 or $12 a hundredweight right now. The dairy farmers don't get a whole lot of money considering. That's for sure. Well, Scott, yeah, we do corn after corn for the most part. We do have disease issues, but not as near as bad as if we had soybeans continuous. Soybeans are inherently noted for it. But corn disease, yes, one that's a bacteria born in the soil. The bacteria that's born in the soil is really the only one that we can't treat for in any way, genetic with the corn, or to spray some fungicide product over top with an airplane or helicopter. So out of the last 5 years, two or 3 years, we've probably had a small instance of disease issues, but our biggest problem on the corn thing is more about the bug issue, because of the genetics in the corn is resistant to certain bugs. But when you kill off all of this bug, then we have a new bug that comes in and we're not resistant to, because the bug we killed off was the one that kept him in check. When you get rid of predators and screw up the food chain, it creates more problems in the long run. So well, Nettie, we haven't used animals here in over 140 years probably. 1912 was the year we settled this farm. We've been here over 100 years. 1912 was the first year we had a tractor on this farm too, actually. Yeah, Scott, our main thing is we have to rotate different kinds of corn. So we have one kind of corn here this year and then a different kind of corn there the next year. That kind of forgoes a certain, because certain kinds are stronger on others and less and whatnot. DOK, hey, hello there. Yeah, Ellington, there's been a instance in Ray's, they've just been tabulating numbers here, and we've seen a increase in farmer suicides in the United States this year due to the low commodity prices and the rising inputs. Land prices are high, rent is high, and the trade concerns really screwed us probably in that respect. And when you couple all that one on top of the other. It just creates a bad scenario, and farmer suicides have been going up. In the last month, I've attended 4 funerals for guys I knew that lived 100, 200 miles away. We just all support each other. It's the way it is. Oh. Well, the way it's looking, folks, I'm going to probably say thanks for watching because my battery's going dead on my phone. So, I really appreciate all the comments and stuff, and we had a great chat here tonight. But yeah, I'll try to do this thing every Wednesday. I might adjust my times a little bit. You know, I appreciate everything, and I want to thank you guys all for coming. Really appreciate it. Me and my cat Buster say thank you, and we'll see y'all later. Yeah, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks a lot, guys. See y'all later. Have a good night. Please comment, rate, subscribe.